Question 1. Who was the British monarch during the American Revolution? A. King Henry VIII. B. Queen Victoria. C. King George III. D. Queen Elizabeth I. Answer C. King George III. King George III was the British monarch during the American Revolution. Question 2. What is the significance of the Glorious Revolution, and in what year did it occur? A. 1066. It marked the Norman conquest of England. B. 1688. It led to the establishment of constitutional monarchy. C. 1534. It saw the foundation of the Church of England. D. 1215. It was when the Magna Carta was signed. Answer B. 1688. It led to the establishment of constitutional monarchy. The Glorious Revolution in 1688 established the constitutional monarchy, limiting the powers of the Crown. Question 3. Name the agreement that granted Scotland its own parliament in 1998. A. The Act of Union. B. The Scotland Act. C. The Nairn Agreement. D. The Edinburgh Accord. Answer B. The Scotland Act. The Scotland Act of 1998 granted Scotland its own parliament, allowing it to govern over certain domestic matters. Question 4. Who was the UK's Prime Minister at the start of World War II? A. Winston Churchill. B. Neville Chamberlain. C. Clement Attlee. D. Margaret Thatcher. Answer B. Neville Chamberlain. Neville Chamberlain was the Prime Minister at the start of World War II, before being succeeded by Winston Churchill. Question 5. What landmark legal case in 1772 influenced the abolition of slavery in Britain? A. The Zong Massacre Trial. B. The Somerset Case. C. The Dred Scott Decision. D. The Mansfield Judgment. Answer B. The Somerset Case. The Somerset Case in 1772 was a significant legal ruling that helped set the groundwork for the eventual abolition of slavery in Britain. Question 6. In what year did women over the age of 30 gain the right to vote in the UK? A. 1918. B. 1928. C. 1944. D. 1963. Answer A. 1918. Women over the age of 30 gained the right to vote in 1918, with universal suffrage following in 1928. Question 7. Who authored the report leading to the establishment of the welfare state in Britain after World War II? A. Winston Churchill. B. William Beveridge. C. John Maynard Keynes. D. Clement Attlee. Answer B. William Beveridge. The Beveridge Report, authored by William Beveridge in 1942, laid the foundations for the post-World War II welfare state in Britain. Question 8. Which treaty ended the War of the Spanish Succession, and how did it affect Britain? A. The Treaty of Paris. It confirmed Britain's sovereignty over Gibraltar. B. The Treaty of Versailles. It imposed reparations on Germany. C. The Treaty of Utrecht. It gave Britain territories and trade advantages. D. The Treaty of Westphalia. It marked the end of the 30 Years' War. Answer C. The Treaty of Utrecht. It gave Britain territories and trade advantages. The Treaty of Utrecht in 1713 ended the War of the Spanish Succession. giving Britain significant territorial gains and trade advantages. Question 9. Who was the first British Prime Minister, and in what year did they take office? A. Winston Churchill, 1940. B. Robert Walpole, 1721. C. Margaret Thatcher, 1979. D. William Pitt the Younger, 1783. Answer B. Robert Walpole, 1721. Robert Walpole is often regarded as the first British Prime Minister, taking office in 1721. Question 10. What was the primary goal of the Corn Laws in the 19th century? A. To promote free trade. B. To restrict the import of corn to protect domestic producers. C. To establish the Bank of England. D. To fund the Napoleonic Wars. Answer B. To restrict the import of corn to protect domestic producers. The Corn Laws were implemented to protect British agriculture by restricting corn imports. Question 11. Name the king associated with the Union of the Crowns in 1603. A. Henry VIII. B. James VI and I. C. Charles I. D. Edward III. Answer B. James VI and I. James VI of Scotland also became James I of England in 1603, marking the union of the crowns. Question 12. What was the purpose of the Statute of Rhuddlan in 1284? A. To establish English rule over Wales. B. To reform the Church of England. C. To codify the laws of Scotland. D. To declare independence from France. Answer A. To establish English rule over Wales. The Statute of Rhuddlan in 1284 integrated Wales into the English legal system. Question 13. Who led the parliamentary forces during the English Civil War? A. Oliver Cromwell. B. Richard Cromwell. C. Charles I. D. Thomas Fairfax. Answer A. Oliver Cromwell. Oliver Cromwell was a leading figure in the parliamentary forces during the English Civil War. Question 14. What was the primary cause of the peasants' revolt in 1381? A. The imposition of the poll tax. B. Religious reform. C. Land enclosures. D. The Black Death. Answer A. The imposition of the poll tax. The peasants' revolt was primarily sparked by the imposition of a poll tax. Question 15. Detail the significance of the Battle of Agincourt in 1415. A. It marked the end of the 100 Years' War. B. It was a decisive victory for England in the 100 Years' War. C. It resulted in the loss of English territories in France. D. It was the first use of longbows in battle. Answer B. It was a decisive victory for England in the 100 Years' War. The Battle of Agincourt in 1415 was a major English victory against France. Question 16. Who was known as the Iron Duke, and what battle made him famous? A. Arthur Wellesley, Duke of Wellington, the Battle of Waterloo. B. Horatio Nelson, the Battle of Trafalgar. C. Oliver Cromwell, the Battle of Naseby. D. Robert Clive, the Battle of Plassey. Answer A. Arthur Wellesley, Duke of Wellington, the Battle of Waterloo. The Duke of Wellington earned his nickname after his victory at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. Question 17. Name the ship that carried the Pilgrim Fathers to America. A. The Mayflower. B. The Santa Maria. C. The Endeavour. D. The Beagle. Answer: A. The Mayflower. The Mayflower transported the Pilgrim Fathers to America in 1620. Question 18. In what year was the Bank of England established and why? A. 1694, to act as the government's banker and debt manager. B. 1776, to fund the American Revolution. C. 1815, to stabilize the currency after the Napoleonic Wars. D. 1946, to nationalize the banking industry. Answer: A. 1694, to act as the government's banker and debt manager. The Bank of England was established to manage the government's debts and act as its banker. Question 19. Describe the impact of the Great Reform Act of 1832. A. It abolished the monarchy. B. It expanded the electoral franchise and reformed the distribution of seats in the House of Commons. C. It ended the slave trade. D. It established the Church of England. Answer: B. It expanded the electoral franchise and reformed the distribution of seats in the House of Commons. The Great Reform Act of 1832 was a landmark in democratic reform. Question 20. What event in 1854 to 56 marked the first war covered by war correspondence? A. The American Civil War. B. The Crimean War. C. The Franco-Prussian War. D. The Boer War. Answer: B. The Crimean War. The Crimean War was the first conflict to be extensively covered by war correspondence and widely reported in the press. Question 21. Who is credited with founding the British Museum and in what year? A. Sir Hans Sloane, 1753. B. Sir Isaac Newton, 1704. C. King George II, 1759. D. Charles Darwin, 1859. Answer: A. Sir Hans Sloane, 1753. Sir Hans Sloane's collection was bequeathed to the nation, leading to the founding of the British Museum in 1753. Question 22. Detail the contributions of Alan Turing during World War II. A. Developing the atomic bomb. B. Leading British forces in the Battle of Britain. C. Cracking the Enigma code. D. Inventing radar technology. Answer: C. Cracking the Enigma code. Alan Turing played a pivotal role in breaking the Enigma code, significantly contributing to the Allied war effort. Question 23. What major public health crisis occurred in London in 1854, leading to significant changes in public health policy? A. The Great Fire. B. The Black Death resurgence. C. The Broad Street cholera outbreak. D. The London smog. Answer: C. The Broad Street cholera outbreak. This event led to fundamental changes in public health and the establishment of modern epidemiology. Question 24. In what year was the National Insurance Act passed, and what was its purpose? A. 1911, to provide social insurance for the working class. B. 1948, to establish the National Health Service. C. 1988, to privatize national industries. D. 1972, to introduce state pensions. Answer: A. 1911, to provide social insurance for the working class. The Act introduced social security and health insurance for workers. Question 25. Who was the last British monarch of the House of Hanover? A. Queen Victoria. B. King Edward VII. C. Queen Elizabeth II. D. King George VI. Answer: A. Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was the last monarch of the House of Hanover, reigning until 1901. Question 26. Detail the main provisions of the Acts of Union 1707. A. Unification of England and France. B. Establishment of the Bank of England. C. Creation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain by uniting England and Scotland. D. Introduction of the common law system. Answer: C. Creation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain by uniting England and Scotland. The Acts of Union 1707 merged the English and Scottish parliaments. Question 27. What was the primary export of Britain during the 18th century that fueled its economic growth? A. Textiles. B. Tea. C. Spices. D. Gold. Answer: A. Textiles. The textile industry, particularly cotton, was central to Britain's economic expansion during the Industrial Revolution. Question 28. Who was Mary Seacole, and what is she known for? A. A British monarch known for her reforms. B. A pioneering nurse who provided care during the Crimean War. C. The first female Prime Minister of Britain. D. A suffragette leader. Answer: B. A pioneering nurse who provided care during the Crimean War. Mary Seacole is celebrated for her nursing care to soldiers and her contributions to medical practices. Question 29. What historic event did the Tolpuddle Martyrs influence in 1834? A. The abolition of slavery. B. The start of the British Labour movement. C. The end of the Corn Laws. D. The reform of the House of Lords. Answer: B. The start of the British Labour movement. The Tolpuddle Martyrs case became a landmark event in the history of British trade unions and labour rights. Question 30. Who was the lady with the lamp during the Crimean War? A. Mary Seacole. B. Florence Nightingale. C. Queen Victoria. D. Elizabeth Fry. Answer: B. Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale is known for her pioneering nursing work during the Crimean War, earning her the nickname the Lady with the Lamp. Question 31. What was the purpose of the Beveridge Report? A. To propose the establishment of the National Health Service. B. To outline reforms for social insurance and welfare. C. To recommend strategies for winning World War II. D. To investigate the causes of the Great Depression. Answer: B. To outline reforms for social insurance and welfare. The Beveridge Report, published in 1942, laid the groundwork for the post-war welfare state in the UK. Question 32. Name the British explorer who first circumnavigated Australia. A. James Cook. B. Francis Drake. C. Matthew Flinders. D. John Cabot. Answer: C. Matthew Flinders. Matthew Flinders was the first to circumnavigate Australia and identify it as a continent. Question 33. In what year did the Great Exhibition take place, and who was its main organizer? A. 1851. Prince Albert. B. 1901, Queen Victoria. C. 1876, Henry Cole. D. 1952, Winston Churchill. Answer A. 1851, Prince Albert. The Great Exhibition of 1851, organized by Prince Albert, showcased the achievements of the Industrial Revolution. Question 34. What was Operation Dynamo, and why was it significant? A. The Allied invasion of Normandy in World War II. B. The evacuation of British and Allied troops from Dunkirk in World War II. C. The code-breaking operation at Bletchley Park. D. The development of the atomic bomb. Answer B. The evacuation of British and Allied troops from Dunkirk in World War II. Operation Dynamo was significant for saving over 300,000 soldiers in a critical moment of the war. Question 35. Who first translated the Bible into English, and what was the outcome? A. King James I, the King James Bible. B. William Tyndale. He was executed for heresy. C. John Wycliffe, led to the Lollardy movement. D. Thomas Cranmer, contributed to the English Reformation. Answer B. William Tyndale. He was executed for heresy. Tyndale's translation efforts made the Bible accessible in English, leading to widespread religious reform and his eventual martyrdom. Question 36. Describe the impact of the Enclosure Acts on British agriculture. A. They decreased agricultural productivity. B. They led to the Industrial Revolution. C. They consolidated land, transforming agricultural practices and society. D. They were repealed without any effect. Answer C. They consolidated land, transforming agricultural practices and society. The Enclosure Acts modernized agriculture, but also displaced many, contributing to urbanization. Question 37. What is the oldest university in the UK, and in what year was it founded? A. Cambridge University, 1209. B. Oxford University, around 1096. C. University of St Andrews, 1413. D. University of London, 1836. Answer B. Oxford University, around 1096. Oxford University is recognized as the oldest university in the UK, with evidence of teaching as early as 1096. Question 38. Name the poet laureate who penned The Charge of the Light Brigade. A. William Wordsworth. B. Alfred Lord Tennyson. C. Robert Browning. D. Rudyard Kipling. Answer B. Alfred Lord Tennyson. Tennyson wrote The Charge of the Light Brigade, commemorating the tragic British cavalry charge during the Crimean War. Question 39. What British naval victory in 1805 ensured naval supremacy over Napoleon's forces? A. The Battle of Trafalgar. B. The Battle of Waterloo. C. The Battle of the Nile. D. The Battle of Britain. Answer A. The Battle of Trafalgar. The Battle of Trafalgar in 1805 was a decisive victory for Britain, ensuring naval dominance over Napoleon's forces. Question 40. Who was the first woman to sit in the British House of Commons, and in what year? A. Margaret Thatcher, 1979. B. Nancy Astor, 1919. C. Constance Markievicz, 1918. D. Letty Boothroyd, 1992. Answer B. Nancy Astor, 1919. Nancy Astor was the first woman to take a seat in the House of Commons in 1919, although Constance Markievicz was the first woman elected in 1918. Question 41. What was the primary reason for the construction of Hadrian's Wall? A. To mark the boundary of the Roman Empire. B. To protect Roman Britain from the Picts in Scotland. C. To serve as a trade barrier. D. To commemorate Emperor Hadrian's visit to Britain. Answer B. To protect Roman Britain from the Picts in Scotland. Hadrian's Wall was constructed to defend the northern frontier of Roman Britain from invasions. Question 42. Detail the significance of the Treaty of Utrecht, 1713, for the UK. A. It ended the English Civil War. B. It granted Britain significant territorial gains in North America and Europe. C. It established the Church of England. D. It recognized Scotland's independence from England. Answer B. It granted Britain significant territorial gains in North America and Europe. The Treaty of Utrecht ended the War of the Spanish Succession, enhancing Britain's global power. Question 43. Who was the first British astronaut to go into space, and in what year? A. Tim Peake, 2015. B. Helen Sharman, 1991. C. Michael Foale, 1997. D. Richard Branson, 2021. Answer B. Helen Sharman, 1991. Helen Sharman was the first British astronaut and the first woman to visit the Mir space station in 1991. Question 44. In what year was the Battle of Bannockburn, and why is it significant for Scottish history? A. 1314. It was a significant Scottish victory in the First War of Scottish Independence. B. 1297. It marked William Wallace's victory at Stirling Bridge. C. 1746. It was the last battle fought on British soil. D. 1455. It ended the Black Douglas dominance in Scotland. Answer A. 1314. It was a significant Scottish victory in the First War of Scottish Independence. The Battle of Bannockburn secured Scotland's independence from England for several centuries. Question 45. What was the main outcome of the Battle of Britain in 1940? A. British defeat and German occupation. B. The establishment of the United Nations. C. British victory, preventing a German invasion. D. The start of the Cold War. Answer C. British victory, preventing a German invasion. The Battle of Britain was a crucial victory for the UK, marking a turning point in World War II by thwarting Hitler's plans to invade Britain. Question 46. Who founded the National Health Service, and in what year did it become operational? A. Winston Churchill, 1945. B. Aneurin Bevan, 1948. C. Clement Attlee, 1950. D. Margaret Thatcher, 1979. Answer B. Aneurin Bevan, 1948. Aneurin Bevan is credited with founding the NHS, which was launched in 1948 to provide healthcare services funded by taxation. Question 47. What landmark did Sir Christopher Wren famously redesign after the Great Fire of London? A. The Tower of London. B. Buckingham Palace. C. St. Paul's Cathedral. D. The British Museum. Answer C. St. Paul's Cathedral. Sir Christopher Wren famously redesigned St. Paul's Cathedral after it was destroyed in the Great Fire of London in 1666. Question 48. Name the act that officially abolished the slave trade in the British Empire. A. The Emancipation Proclamation of 1833. B. The Slave Trade Act of 1807. C. The Abolition of Slavery Act of 1833. D. The Mansfield Act of 1772. Answer B. The Slave Trade Act of 1807. This act made it illegal to engage in the slave trade throughout the British colonies. Question 49. What event marked the beginning of the English Reformation? A. The signing of the Magna Carta. B. The marriage of Henry VIII to Anne Boleyn. C. The Act of Supremacy in 1534. D. The publication of the King James Bible. Answer C. The Act of Supremacy in 1534. This act declared King Henry VIII the supreme head of the Church of England, beginning the English Reformation by separating from the Roman Catholic Church. Question 50. Who was the Prime Minister of Britain during the Suez Crisis? A. Winston Churchill. B. Anthony Eden. C. Harold Macmillan. D. Clement Attlee. Answer B. Anthony Eden. Anthony Eden was the Prime Minister during the Suez Crisis in 1956, a pivotal event in post-war British foreign policy. Question 51. Detail the significance of the Magna Carta for the development of constitutional law. A. It established the divine right of kings. B. It was the first document to limit the powers of the monarchy. C. It declared England's independence from Rome. D. It outlined the rights of the Church. Answer B. It was the first document to limit the powers of the monarchy. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215, is a cornerstone of modern constitutional law, emphasizing the principle that everyone, including the king, is subject to the law. Question 52. In what year was the Battle of Culloden, and what was its outcome? A. 1314, Scottish independence. B. 1746, the end of the Jacobite uprising. C. 1066, the Norman conquest of England. D. 1453, the end of the 100 Years' War. Answer B. 1746, the end of the Jacobite uprising. The Battle of Culloden in 1746 marked the defeat of the Jacobite forces and the end of their attempt to restore the Stuart monarchy to the British throne. Question 53. Who was the first female scientist to win a Nobel Prize in the UK, and for what was she recognized? A. Rosalind Franklin, chemistry. B. Dorothy Hodgkin, chemistry for her work on crystallography. C. Marie Curie, physics. D. Ada Lovelace, mathematics. Answer B. Dorothy Hodgkin, chemistry for her work on crystallography. Dorothy Hodgkin was awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1964 for her advancements in the technique of X-ray crystallography. Question 54. What was the main consequence of the Black Death on English society in the 14th century? A. Increased reliance on slave labor. B. A significant reduction in the population, leading to social and economic changes. C. Expansion of the British Empire. D. The introduction of the feudal system. Answer B. a significant reduction in the population, leading to social and economic changes. The Black Death drastically reduced the population, which led to labor shortages and ultimately to changes in social and economic structures. Question 55. Detail the origin and purpose of the Commonwealth Games. A. To celebrate the British Empire's expansion. B. A sporting competition founded in 1930 to foster goodwill among Commonwealth nations. C. To determine the world's best athletes. D. To compete with the Olympic Games. Answer. B. A sporting competition founded in 1930 to foster goodwill among Commonwealth nations. The Commonwealth Games aim to strengthen ties and encourage athletic excellence among the countries of the Commonwealth. Question 56. Who was known as the Virgin Queen and why? A. Queen Elizabeth I, for never marrying. B. Queen Victoria, for her purity. C. Mary, Queen of Scots, for her devout religious beliefs. D. Queen Anne, for her lack of heirs. Answer. A. Queen Elizabeth I, for never marrying. Elizabeth I was known as the Virgin Queen because she never married, a status that became a symbol of her reign. Question 57. What legislation granted India independence from British rule and in what year? A. The India Act, 1935. B. The Indian Independence Act, 1947. C. The Partition Plan, 1947. D. The Commonwealth Act, 1949. Answer. B. The Indian Independence Act, 1947. This act marked the end of British rule in India and the establishment of the independent nations of India and Pakistan. Question 58. What British invention during the Industrial Revolution revolutionized textile manufacturing? A. The steam engine. B. The spinning jenny. C. The cotton gin. D. The power loom. Answer. B. The spinning jenny. Invented by James Hargreaves, the spinning jenny greatly increased the efficiency of textile production. Question 59. Who were the suffragettes and what was their main goal? A. A political party seeking to end the monarchy. B. Women activists fighting for the right to vote in the early 20th century. C. A group opposing Britain's involvement in World War I. D. Nurses who served in World War II. Answer. B. Women activists fighting for the right to vote in the early 20th century. The suffragettes were instrumental in the campaign for women's suffrage in the UK. Question 60. What catastrophic event led to the evacuation of children from British cities during World War II? A. The Great Fire of London. B. The Blitz. C. The Battle of Britain. D. The Blackout. Answer. B. The Blitz. The Blitz, the German bombing campaign against the UK, led to the evacuation of children to safer areas to protect them from the bombings. Question 61. Name the treaty that recognized American independence from Britain. A. The Treaty of Paris, 1783. B. The Magna Carta, 1215. C. The Treaty of Versailles, 1919. D. The Treaty of Utrecht, 1713. Answer. A. The Treaty of Paris, 1783. The Treaty of Paris in 1783 ended the American Revolutionary War and recognized American independence from Britain. Question 62. What year marked the beginning of Queen Elizabeth II's reign? A. 1945, B. 1952, C. 1960, D. 1977. Answer B. 1952. Queen Elizabeth II's reign began in 1952 following the death of her father, King George VI. Question 63. Who was the first British Prime Minister of the 20th century? A. Winston Churchill, B. Robert Gascoigne Cecil, 3rd Marquis of Salisbury, C. Margaret Thatcher, D. Tony Blair. Answer B. Robert Gascoigne Cecil, 3rd Marquis of Salisbury. Serving until 1902, he was the Prime Minister at the start of the 20th century. Question 64. Detail the origins of the British tradition of afternoon tea. A. Introduced by Queen Victoria as a royal ceremony. B. Started by the Duchess of Bedford in the 1840s to fill the long gap between meals. C. A tradition brought back by soldiers from India. D. Created by the Earl of Sandwich to accompany his card games. Answer B. Started by the Duchess of Bedford in the 1840s to fill the long gap between meals. The tradition of afternoon tea became popular as a small meal to stem hunger before the evening meal. Question 65. What is the royal assent, and why is it significant in the legislative process? A. The formal approval by the monarch of a bill passed by Parliament, making it law. B. A royal decree that bypasses Parliament to enact legislation. C. The Queen's speech at the opening of Parliament. D. A ceremonial gesture with no legal effect. Answer A. The formal approval by the monarch of a bill passed by Parliament, making it law. Royal assent is the final step required for a parliamentary bill to become law in the United Kingdom.